Okay. All right, when we come back, they turned big bunions.
I was taller than my teacher in the 3rd grade.
Did the big bucks.
Big and cool shoes.
Brothers making it big in the really big shoe business.
Check out Going Deep next and find out where the athletes buy their big shoes.
Brothers Zach and Seth Longacre were just a couple of average college kids with bigger than average feet. One wears a size 16, the other 16 and a half. And like a lot of big men in the NBA, they had a pretty tough time finding a stylish fit. So they decided to do something about it. Correspondent George Chickaron, only a size 10 himself, but big-footed at heart, has the story of two brothers who turned a hard time at the shoe store into hard cash.
Portland, Oregon, a medium-sized city with two big brothers with 4 big things in common.
I wear size 16.
Seth and I both wore size 16. Big feet.
Big feet that turn into big business thanks to another group of guys with big feet. Confused? Well, let me back up a bit. 26-year-old Seth and 27-year-old Zach Longacre were always big for their age.
I was taller than my teacher in the 3rd grade.
Especially their feet, according to Mom.
We don't know where they came from or how it came to be. It just happened.
As they grew older, aside from all the jokes,
Can I use your feet to dance on, or can I take your shoes to go skiing in, or can I sleep in your shoes, that kind of stuff.
it seems it was tougher just trying to find big, non-dorky shoes to house their huge hoofs.
And you go to these mall stores and it's like
the bells and whistles would go off. Woo, woo,
I mean,
woo.
to me,
freaks in the corner, freaks in the corner.
To me, it was like a physical handicap.
You had a choice of basically orthopedic shoes, dorky shoes, or what we would consider an old man shoe.
Just because you have big feet doesn't mean you don't have any taste.
So, since they both majored in
business,
they took their school smarts along with their big feet to big-name designer shoe companies and began buying up their huge shoes and behemoth boots that were just sitting around in their warehouses.
Size 16.
16.
The thought being,
big feet need big shoes.
And started the Oddball Shoe Company on the internet. And it went over
big
as they catered to guys who are, big down there.
The two soon found out that much of their foot traffic, so to speak, was from NBA players, who too were seeking Sasquatch's size with a little style.
The first time anybody from the NBA came in, about 4 or 5 guys came in. Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc, and a couple other guys from the Bulls. Some guys bought 7 or 8 pairs of shoes.
Not only is it great to meet these guys and see the guys you watch on TV every night and talk to them, but it helps our business out.
Thank God for the tall basketball players who play the NBA who shop our store.
Since then, it seems much of the NBA has a foothold on the company and has foreshadowed a boom in their business. As in the oversized 12 world of feet, there has never been such a stylish selection of spacious shoes sought by sports superstars.
Brian Grant, size 16.
Luke Longley, size 17.
Tom Gugliotta, size 16.
Dennis Scott, size 14.
Cherokee Park, size 15.
Antoine Carr, size 15.
In here, they only house sizes 12 to 20, but they do take requests. Believe it or not, this shoe, size 56, with its tire-sized tread, is being shipped off and will be worn by someone. Doggone.
We have had instances where we've had requests for people who have glandular problems or growing disorders where they've needed specialty products made up.
This year, these two soul brothers, with the help of professional hoopsters looking for killer, cushy, comfy kicks, are expected to do well over $1 million in shoe biz, which they say will help them, for one thing, pay off the company limo.
This is the Oddball Mobile.
And foot the bill for these new digs, a 3,000 square foot plus showroom in a trendy downtown Portland warehouse.
Anybody could go open a store like we have, but not everybody can have two big, kind of dorky guys, big and cool shoes out there, pawning the shoes off on people and really getting behind the product.
So they're off and running and apparently trying to live up to the company name.
Definitely oddballs.
Guess you can say they pulled off quite a feat.
Where big guys and athletes come to shop.
Where size
always matters.
towards their business going well, but they still rely heavily on the named professional athlete.
Well, these guys have the bucks to spend, and they know it. So, Brian Grant, for instance, before he was traded to the Miami Heat from Portland, he stopped by at the shop and picked up like 12 or 13 pair of shoes to take with him. And again, anyone can get the sneakers. They make them pretty big because they cater to the basketball players. Right. But it's getting those casual shoes. It's going out like Seth was telling me that when he was a kid, he used to have to go to weddings and funerals, and he would paint his high tops black.
Oh, really?
The only way to get away with it,
Wedding at a funeral. Not much difference there, I guess. Who wears the, I kid, who wears the biggest shoe?
These days, funny you mention that.
Yes.
These days, Shaq does. Look at this thing. This is...
Because Bob Lanier used to.
Bob Lanier used to hold the title with a size 22, and that's a 22.
Yeah, so, Elian Gonzalez came over in this, I think.
He could have.
This is amazing here. I could keep this?
You can make a planter out of it or do something with it.
For a whole neighborhood. All right, where you